right to the computer. Okay, we are in progress. So everyone, thank you so much for joining in. I'm so happy to see you guys. We came off of an excellent event in Vegas. Thank you to both Rick and Kelly for making that event every bit of what we weren't expecting, and we got so much more, right? We got so much more than what we anticipated, and that alone it just fills you in a different way. You walk away a different person, right? So hello to everyone. I'm not going to go through all the names like I normally do. I'm glad that you're joining, but since we're recording this, I'm going to keep this a little bit tighter so that we can have a really good testimonial for all that want to hear about this product, okay? So for those of you who are new to Overcome Nation, may not know me, my name is Maria Cestero. I have been with Overcome Nation now just shy of 7 years, and we've had an excellent journey in and of itself as far as all the education, financial education that I have learned. Not only that, I have built some incredible relationships with so many on this team that I will never, ever take for granted. We have formed such alliances with each other, and it is just something that needs to be forever cherished, and I do, and I'm grateful for it. And you know, with that being said, I want to share a little bit about the SteloMARE product. So when I first got wind about this product, well, you know what? Let me back up, right? Because many of you who don't know me, let me share my story. So first and foremost, I need to tell you that this is my journey. This is me personally. I cannot claim anything. I'm not a doctor. I cannot say that this is a cure. Nothing like that. So please take this message as my own personal journey and accept it at that. And, you know, just understand that I'm not saying to you that this is going to cure anything that you have, but I am going to tell you my story. And I hope that that can resonate either for you or for someone you may know. So about 1.5 years ago now, in April, it'll be 2 years, I was diagnosed with a disease called systemic scleroderma. And when I first got it, I was like, what is that? You know, I had no idea what it was. And it basically is something that affects not only it affects me from the tips of my fingers to my elbows, and from the tips of my toes to my knees. But it also affects my face, but I have all kinds of makeup on, so you don't see it. But I have all kinds of markings on my face, even at the top. So I have it up here, I have it all here, I have it on this side as well, down into my neck. And it has also affected I have stage 3 fibrosis of the liver, severe stage 3 fibrosis of the liver. I have a aneurysm that has started in my heart. I have lung issues and the start of some kidney stuff going on. So I also have gastritis. I also have esophagitis and some damage that's been done to my esophagus due to the disease. So that's just it in a nutshell. Okay, just in a nutshell, what I've been diagnosed with. And again, I'm gonna say this again. This is my journey. This is not to say that this product will cure anything, but I'm just going to share my testimonial of what I've done. So through the journey of my diagnosis, it has debilitated me in ways that I never imagined. It has it has put me in a position that my husband has had to help me out of bed into the bathroom in the morning, almost carrying me. It has put me in a position where I can't walk long walks anymore. That was not part of my daily routine. I would try so hard because I love to walk, and it wasn't happening. My ankles are freezing, so like I can't rotate on the ankle. I can't stand at the kitchen sink for too long. Sometimes I can't hold things. So when I would go to do something, I would use my elbow into my side to say carry laundry or something like that. Okay, so you guys are getting the idea. Debilitating, right? You're getting the idea. If you're with me and you're you're seeing all this, please comment in here. Let's keep this going. There's going to be people who are going to be watching this. So if you can relate to anything, if you have something that you can relate to, just put the word relate, so that people know they're not alone when they're hearing this. This is going to be an overall conversation for many. Okay. So it got bad. It got to be where the not that I was never in, I guess it's just my personality, luckily, right? I never got into a depressed state. I've always been one to push, overcome, like, just wouldn't accept that there could be a bigger result from what I've been diagnosed with. But the lows of my mood would happen. I would be like, okay, and then all of a sudden I would kind of like, okay, I go sit down on the couch, and halfway through a day I would have to put my feet up because I couldn't be on them anymore. So I would have to sit down for like 2 hours, put them up because the swelling got to be so bad that I couldn't stand on them anymore. Okay, so this is something that I want you to have a piece of. I want you to hear what my journey has been. So I have gone to the doctors. I have tried to get guidance from them. And I'm not here to put down doctors because there is a time and a place for everyone, right? But they first initially, they just wanted to medicate me. And they wanted to medicate me hard. Like they wanted to medicate me. But the thing with me being medicated is it would then completely shut down my liver. And I'm not able to be on a transplant list until I get to the most severe stage, right? Welcome to the medical field. So until I was on my deathbed and completely jaundiced, then that's when they would put me on a list. That doesn't mean I'm getting it right away. That just meant I would be put on the list. So medication was not something that I was able to take because it would just shut down the liver completely and begin to destroy my pancreas more than what's going on. Okay. So there's all kinds of stuff, right? And so the only way I could get through was to look for something natural. And so I did. And I have a practitioner, and she is amazing. And she's been with me on this journey since it started, where I didn't know what I had, which, by the way, is now 7 long years that I've been dealing with something and didn't know what it was. So 7 long years. So I have intestinal problems, like the list goes on. My spleen is inflamed. It just attacked everything, but I didn't know what I was dealing with. So I went to her, and so we started this journey really together. And so the time took its course, and I did ozone therapy, which I believe has been amazing in detoxing my body. So I was going there once a week to get this done so that I could let out whatever toxins were in my system. And 2 weeks before I went to the event, so all the things I've been doing leading up, when I tell you all the things, I have done 3 weeks of juicing, I have done celery juice, I have done, you name it, I have done it. And the result was always I would feel a little bit better, I would lose a little bit of weight, and then it would just go bam and crash down, and I could never get it to really take, right? Well, then roughly 2 weeks ago in the mail, I get a product called SteloMARE. Rick reached out to me and said, I'm going to send this to you, and I want you to try this. I want you to give this a test run. And I was, listen, when you're in pain and you're hurting, you're game to try anything. So I was like, okay, I'm game. Let's roll. Let's do this. So he overnighted it to me. I got it on Saturday morning, and Saturday morning, I put that right in my mouth, and I swallowed, and I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever it's gonna do. And I was only hopeful for just a little bit of that edge to be taken off so I could maybe think more clearly and be a little bit more back to myself, because my way of being in the past 2 years has been very different, believe it or not, from how I actually am. Even though when you see me in person, I am energized to a certain point. But if you knew me before that, I was energized. Like I was nonstop. I was hitting life hard and happy and just excited. But the worse that this had gotten, I had to, like, music is my way of getting myself to mentally lift myself back up, because the fatigue, anybody struggle with fatigue? If you can, again, if you're with me and resonating, put the word in there, fatigue. Anybody here struggling with chronic fatigue? So, SteloMARE, day 2. I'm like, wow, I'm really feeling pretty good. Like my energy level went up, and not just up, like it went up. And I was like, before you knew it, I was like doing some house cleaning like regularly. I was like, wow, look at this. But I wouldn't say anything because I thought they're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to be like, that's the placebo effect. You don't know what you're talking about. So I was like, okay, all right, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to keep going. And then by day 3, it was so crystal clear that my energy level was so up that Frank, my husband, was like, this is doing something, because you could just see it in me. You could just see the life like just coming back into me. So by day 5, I was standing in front of my husband, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm on both feet. So I was only walking on like the front of my left foot, and I wasn't even walking on it. I was using it as a crutch. And I was like, I'm on both feet. So, wow, right? And that window of changes was less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. So now everyone knows we had to fly to Vegas, and I knew that was going to be a test. That was going to be how is this really going to go, right? And it was to be what I expected. There's something about when I go up in the air, everything swells. So I had a little bit of a setback, but my energy was still up, and my recovery time was less. So normally it would take me 4 hours to get back to where I needed to be. And now I'm down to an hour and a half. Like, is that not amazing? An hour and a half as opposed to 4 hours, right? And it's not, and the recovery time includes like, not going through the whole big process. It's a lot shorter of an issue. So the time has really worked itself. So it's beautiful. All right. So then I fly home. I still have high energy through the event. I'm doing good. Everything's functioning. I fly home, same thing. But now I'm usually worried about the time change. Well, let me tell you, it was as if it was an antidote to jet lag. There was no sign of me having jet lag. What? Like, what? Okay. So all of that is such amazing stuff, right? And I got back up on my feet in no time. I was back to doing things around the house. So I am feeling really, really good, right? So now I wanted to go back. So now I'm almost at the 2-week mark. Saturday would be 2 weeks of me taking SteloMARE. And I had an ozone therapy today. And I said to my practitioner, I want you to hook me back up. I want to see what has transpired from the day, because I saw her the Wednesday before I started the SteloMARE. And now I'm on it almost 2 weeks. So I want to know what, if anything, has transpired. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? My liver no longer shows any signs of enlargement. Zero. It's not even coming up. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is I used to have a list this long of all of the toxins that are in there that we've been trying to get out. And the list now is this long. Guys, like, I am blown away and so excited. So excited. So now here's what else is happening. Here's what else is happening. And this is so important for you guys to know. What the SteloMARE is doing is it is literally turning everything around. Everything that's going on in my body, it's activating things within the body that initially the practitioner couldn't grab hold of because it was buried. So what's happening is now she can see, you ready? You guys, this is so intense. She can see that I had radon poisoning. I had a tick-borne type of disease like Lyme going on that no one ever knew about. But I also had the heavy metals stuck in me from when I was a child, from the vaccines. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but from the vaccines that I was giving as a child. So the MMR, all that stuff, my body never really fully processed it. So everything that was going on, so if I had gotten something, it wasn't showing. So now everything is buried. Everything is buried. Now that the SteloMARE has kicked all of my stem cells into action, now it's bringing up these things in order to cleanse out of my system, which means that you have to also make sure your digestive system is in good working order, right? Because when you start to stir this stuff up, you've got to get rid of it, okay? What I want to follow this up with is I want you to understand I'm not cured. I'm not cured. I still have a battle ahead of me. And it's a big battle still. It's not over, but you gotta agree that this is a massive win for me, right? So if you guys have anything that you have going on, there's no reason you shouldn't be on this product. So what I say to you is get this product in your hands. Rick said, go to Overcome Nation, look under products. You can order them, whether you were at the event or not. You are now welcome to order the products through the Overcome Nation website. I'm not here for a long teaching tonight. Rick just called because I ended up talking to Rick to share what was happening. And he said, you got to go live and share this. You got to share this with everyone because it's just so brutally important for everyone to have. So guys, I thank you all for following me on this journey. I am beyond excited about Overcome Nation. And I thank Rick so very much for diving in and looking for something, because Overcome Nation has individuals on all the team members that are in here. Many of us are fighting something. And Rick went in the direction to heal our team. Like 2024, I just feel like we are going to be healed. We are going to heal from the inside out now, right? Before it was all about getting through the roadblocks in our heads. But now you're going to heal your body. You're going to heal and get what's necessary out. And it's going to be the biggest relief and release that you have ever imagined having. I want to say that my 2 weeks on this product has been here's what it's done. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Here's what it has done. It has given life back to me. It has given life back to me. And I just couldn't wait to share this with you guys, because I want all of you to have the same feeling of life just coming back in and exciting you, and just taking you to all these amazing places this year. So I'm super excited. I say to you all, get on this product as quickly as you can and share it, because I'm sharing. When I bought the bottles in Vegas, I've shared it already. There are people that are getting results, and the testimonies that are rolling in. It's fitting for Overcome Nation to provide this product, because this is just a blessing in the bottle. And we're going to go out and bless the entire world and all of our friends and family with life, with good health. So I thank you guys so much for sitting in and listening to this. Rick said just do 15-20 minutes. I'm already over by 2 minutes. So I'm sending you all my love, my prayers. I can't wait to hear about all the testimonials when this recording's ready. I'll make sure it's up in Overcome Nation for tomorrow. All right, guys, have an awesome Friday night. I'm already in Friday. Have an awesome night, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Bye, guys. Thank you.